Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook. Here with Cardell Dudley Jr. and Wilson Tarpe Jr. Look, man, Denver Nuggets, the reigning NBA champions, in Capital One Arena tonight, and they took care of business. They beat the Wizards 113-104. There was some stretches from Washington where you did see some good things, and there was some stretches from Washington where we saw some of the stuff we've seen for a while. That said, Nikola Jokic doing what it is that an MVP does, a Finals MVP does, and best players in the league does, leading this team to a dub, regardless of the opponent. Cardell, your thoughts? And this one, I know we were talking at times during the game, but what did you take away from this one?
There's too much jokers. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. Uh, one of the best players, you can make a case that he is the best player in the game. He came in here and showed what those type of players could and should do. You got a team that's wounded that isn't on your level. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna just get this over early, so we ain't got worry about you getting confident later. We in a dogfight or whatever. Now, I'm just gonna dominate, and he did. The scary part is they took the foot, their foot off the gas, so to speak, going through him late, because he could have easily had a 50-point triple-double easily. But him being so unselfish, he let Jamal Murray woke up, he let the rest of the guys cook. Aaron Gordon closed at the free throw line. He just let those guys cook, man. He was deadly efficient, man. Look, 42, 12, and 8, 3 block shots, still 15 to 20 from the field, 12 or 14 from the free throw line. And guess what, kids? He didn't attempt a three-pointer. Man, that old school basketball still has a place if you that good. I'm just saying. He didn't settle for anything. He took it to them boys. And when he took it to them boys, it's really nothing you could do. It's nothing the Wizards could do. Gafford put up a fight, as he always does, but he's very undersized, and that's 281 in your chest. Marvin Bagley came in, made an impact, but it's Nikola Jokic. And everything fed off of him, like it always does, and it was just a start to finish win. It wasn't really, we can go into, try to nitpick and overanalyze and whatnot, but he was just dominant, man. The best player on the floor, so he was the best player on the floor, and that no one on the Wizards could touch him and should touch him. So, I like seeing things like this. I like seeing these types of caliber players come in and handle their business instead of playing around and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to get you about here. We move on to the next one. And that's what you saw tonight.
That was very well said. It was a business-like approach by the best player on the floor, and he led his team to a very efficient W. I'm sure there's things they would have liked to clean up, but your job, man, you know what it is not to get tripped up by the teams in this part of the standings on either conference. That's your job, regardless of the night, what have you. It's not to have one of those nights that put you on the national headlines for the wrong reasons. And he made sure that wasn't a thing. What it was 26 at the half. You mentioned to me on as the first half was coming to close. That's when you called the 50-point triple double. And again, it was just him being the kind of selfish person that he was. It's not like there weren't possessions in which he could have done it, chose not to, what have you. But as I was talking with you, I was just encouraged about I hope everyone that watched paid attention to what he did on the defensive end. Don't listen to some of these narratives that people lazily push. We did this, not us per se, but we've done this thing with Steph several years ago. He doesn't play defense. Meanwhile, for them to win chips, he had to hold up somewhat because people spent time going at him over and over again. Tonight we were watching, I think it was to close the first half and then a stretch in the third quarter. He's the maestro on both ends. Telling everybody where they need to be at, directing traffic. And I'm obviously, we expect it on the offensive end. I was just so taken back by it on the defensive end. Telling folks where they need to be at, because again, we think about the shot block and the things of that nature. Bro, 6'10", 280, if bigs don't want to deal with it, guards don't. Just being in driving lanes, he took a bunch of driving lanes, Kuz, Denny. Those are dudes who love to, bully ball down, get downhill, bully ball. when you can't do it, or you don't even want any part of that, like, which I don't blame them for. Those are stops. They're stops. I know people don't care, but did it keep you from doing something? It's a stop. It is impact is being had and felt. Washington loves going, like, I mean, speeding up court, getting into the paint. Joker was getting back and directing his guys on the perimeter, and he was just making sure, look, just kind of periodically, oh, that's a driving lane. Let me go stand here. No, I'm gonna keep discouraging you guys. Then on the offensive end, we saw what he did, and I just enjoyed the fact that he did not take a three. They couldn't do anything with you down in the paint. Don't let him off the hook, which some people do at times in this league, and he didn't do that tonight. And truly, I think he only took one jumper at that, let alone a three. I think it was really only one jumper. Um, but yeah, just a masterful performance by one of the best players in the league. And like Cardell said, sometimes you got to keep it simple. 1+1 is 2. They did what we were talking about this, and why not getting a win against San Antonio would hurt because of the next, the caliber opponents you had coming in the next 2 games. It was chalk. It is what it is. You had anything else you want to add, Cardell? You want to get straight to player of the game, which is obviously very easy as we wax poetically about Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, easy.
So who's your X factor?
I'm gonna go with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well for not, but it was his defense, man. He made life hell for the wings. Jordan Poole, 1 for 7. Corey Kispert, 1 for 9. That's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He even did a little work on Danny, but those two, Poole and Kispert, come on, man, that's 2 of 16. And it was a close game. So those guys was hitting shots. Could have been a different outcome, man. But you need those type of guys. You need those type of guys to do what they did last year, and what they're in the running to do again, win a championship.
I wholeheartedly agree. And to make matters worse, it was a stretch of. It's kind of premature to maybe call it a dagger, but it was in the fourth. It was a 3 in transition that he hit. That was, like it was too much time left on the clock to officially call it a dagger. But man, he stuck that thing in, and it was a couple good twists. Washington was going back and forth. They turned the ball over. He came down, bang, right there, near the top of the circle. Timeout Washington. To couple with what he did on the defensive end. So shout out to him for a big time performance. Get to you guys' comments as always. Appreciate y'all getting here. I saw the comments going up while I was getting stats together. Y'all didn't waste any time. West needs to go. Doesn't have any feel for the game. Kuz plays like he doesn't belong to the team anymore. So does Poole. Matthias.
They may not be for longer.
Facts. What was it? We're at the part was like multiple reports this week. Washington plans to be active, facilitate things.
Yeah, louder and louder as you get to the deadline.
Know what time it is. No commitment, nothing. Look, we've been talking about a commitment on one end of the floor since the beginning of the year, and we 40 plus in. It is what it is. She followed it up with disgusting basketball. Trade all these spoiled players. I'm happy you got all that out. Just Woosah, it's going to be a tough week. You got the Wolves coming on Wednesday, so just deep breaths and whatnot. Kuz playing like he's trying to sabotage his trade value, so we keep him because he thinks we finna build around him. I think he's just being himself, man.
I don't even know what to say with that, man. There's so many ways I can go with that. I like my possession. People watch. I'm a chill. But yeah. There's a lot of things going on that need to be corrected. There you go. That's perfect. There you go. Perfect comment. There you go.
Yep. Joker so cold for sure.
That's a bad mother. It's a bad mother. Jeez.
Kirksey followed it up with want your kids to watch anybody watch him.
Yeah, he's the perfect compliment. And the thing is, he's 42, 12, and 8, and he's seriously unselfish. He's not forcing it. He just plays within the flow. You know what I mean? So what if he was selfish? Would be bad.
If he was selfish, he would have been 50 plus tonight for sure because he took some time to try to get like the jump start Jamal Murray, like actively took time to try to get Murray going because early on, and PJ had it rolling with him, and that was about it early. And, he was just trying to get his guys going as a whole. But yeah, it's not like there was something that could stop him from doing it when there's a rebound, dime, score. Yeah, it's that simple. It's why he is who he is, right? It's why they're the reigning champs. It's why people do not have a surefire answer for him. Or you just watch this man go for 40 and not take a three. While point guarding his team on both ends. Like,
I mean, it seems with bigs that can make that he got to work hard. This is ain't the team.
yeah.
This is ain't the team.
Appreciate the cleanup of that statement. But yeah, this is again. I was happy with another solid night from Marvin Bagley. You know what I'm saying? A little silver lining there. I thought he's continued to up his production. I think this is the first time he came off the bench because Gaff was back. That said, it's good to see that just his role changing a little bit didn't change his production or how he went about his business.
He's showing he belongs. Like I said, this is another opportunity. This happened in the past. No matter what you do here, and the way he's been playing, hitting the ground running, he don't even know all the plays yet, probably. You got to respect that he's getting professional. You know what I mean? So, and he's putting up, he's producing. How can you not like that?
For sure. We want to thank you guys for the comments. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. And again, we'll see y'all Wednesday night when they take on the Wolves. Y'all have a good one.